Legend of Total War here with part 155 of my Europa Barbarorum Let's Play campaign as the Seleucid Empire. Previously, fuck what happened previously, we're here now. I really can't be bothered to recap every fucking episode, because as you guys, even though you guys only get like one episode every few days, this is like my 7th episode that I've recorded today, and of course you might ask, why am I recording so much? Why am I pre-recording it so far ahead? I've already explained this, but I'll keep explaining it because I know not everyone watches every single episode, and I don't mind explaining things every so often. Today is what's the date? May 4th. Total War Warhammer comes out May 24th for you guys, but I get early access to it around May 9th to 11th, sometime around then. In order to do, like everyone knows, I've been on Windows Vista for forever. Total War Warhammer is the first Total War game that will not work on Vista. I have Windows 10. It's ready to be installed. In order to install Windows 10, I need to format my hard drive. Now, I get some people saying that Rome 1 works fantastically well on Windows 10. I have some people saying that they can't run Rome 1 at all on Windows 10. I don't want to get to a situation where I fall into the category where I can't play Rome 1 on Windows 10 and have an unfinished campaign. So I am making a desperate rush to the finish to get this campaign done before I format my hard drive. Because, obviously, from a business point of view, like Total War Warhammer, I don't know if it's going to be good or not. By the time you guys watch this, you will know. I mean, because, this is episode 155 and I've released episode 14. This is going to be sometime probably in 2017 when this video comes online. Unless I decide to rapidly release it, which I don't think I will. Just because I've done that in the past, and it's like, here's a way to release a lot of work for no benefit. So I try and release the videos in such a way that it's going to generate a lot of views. I mean, it's just common sense, really. Anyway, so I just thought I'd explain my train of thoughts to you guys, because you guys can sit at your end and watch me play the game and not understand all the work that goes on behind the scenes of running a YouTube channel. It's a lot of work, and which makes it frustrating when you talk to people in the street or whatever. Not that I talk to people in the street, but people say, it happens very rarely, but I'll get a real job. Why are you playing games for a living or whatever? It's not just fucking playing games for a living, alright? It's fucking hard work. If it was just playing games for a living, everyone would fucking do it. Loads of people try to do this shit. And there's a reason why loads of people aren't able to do it full time, because it's not easy. And the thing that separates someone who's just playing games on YouTube to someone who has actually made a career out of it is the amount of work that they put into it. Just to give you an idea. I really don't want to fight them. That's the problem. Alright, fuck it. We gotta just suck it up and do it. See, it's a big army. We're slightly outnumbered. The thing is, though, I have a lot of, I'm just exhausted from playing this game. I don't want to get to, I don't want people to think that, oh, he's complaining a lot, he's frustrated, why don't you like Europa Barbarorum? This is this was the first mod I ever downloaded for, what was essentially my favorite game of all time, Rome Total War, before Medieval 2. I've clocked thousands of hours on this mod. I've finished it twice, which, it takes a long time to do this. Oh god, I don't like this map at all. I wish I was kind of on the defense here, because I've got to climb this goddamn hill. So anyway, with this episode, I might spend more time talking about things rather than the strategy side of things, because I'm a little bit over it. No, I need to talk about something else, or else I'm gonna fucking go nuts. This is honestly, right now, I'm having one of the hardest times I've ever had on YouTube. Not like it's like, oh, I'm, going bankrupt or anything like that. It's nothing like that. It's just pushing myself 18 hours a day, get up, fucking, or even, sleep, don't go to bed at night. Desperately trying to finish this with a time frame that I've set myself. And that nobody understands why I'm doing this. Only I can really justify, because, you know, never, even my wife, she's like, why don't you just not do it? It's like, you can't just not do it. You know, if you got a deadline to something, you fucking do it. You know, you bust your balls, you get it fucking done. You don't just quit because something's hard. I mean, that's the whole thing. That these kind of trying moments here is what made me good at the game. Like this particular instance though is not going to make me any better at the game because I'm rushing. But you know, when you're putting in those hours, you know, trying to get better or trying to do something, you know, out of the ordinary, those are the times that you'll excel. This, on the other hand, is really just more of a business decision. I need to get this done because I made a commitment. I made a promise to you guys that I would finish this campaign, that I would be the first YouTuber to have a completed, a full completed Europa Barbarorum campaign on the hardest difficulty available in full. And no other YouTuber has done that. And nobody cares. Which is another reason why it's frustrating when you're doing something and you just know, fucking hell, I could have just done a regular Let's Play on a vanilla campaign, been done with it in 2 days, and, you know, people would have cared more about that than the fact that I'm playing this. But oh well. Yeah, just so people understand, like, I'm not doing another Europa Barbarorum campaign like this ever again. So enjoy it while you can. And it's not because, like I said, it's not because I don't enjoy the game. It's because I do this for a living, and doing this particular campaign for a living is busting my ass. It's not good. So, you know. Unfortunately, I can't just do whatever I want on YouTube and get away with it, because I mean one instance for that was Ark Survival Evolved. I fucking loved that game. I really did. It was so much fun. I'll be honest, for like a few months there, fucking forgot about Total War. I just was playing Ark all day long, and I tried making videos on it, and just nobody gave a shit. And so it got to the point where I had no choice but to quit Ark. I had to give it up cold turkey. I had to. And, you know, I pretty much, you know, ruined the server for a couple of days for a whole bunch of people because I had to leave, and I, you know, decided to take a few people down with me that were pissing me off. And it's just an instance that I couldn't do it. I mean, I tried a bunch of different things to try and make that series work. You know, try to make it profitable so that I could do that. But it just wasn't responding to people. I couldn't find the content. I was the only one getting any enjoyment out of it, so I just couldn't justify it. This is something similar, you know. It's a mod that is very well loved for a very good reason. It's excellent mod, but when it comes to Let's Play series, it just doesn't fucking translate well because it's so long. It just, like I've explained to people, like there is a hardcore fan base that I wish I could prioritize, you know, favoring them all the time, who will watch every single episode. And those, you know, you guys who do that, you're my favorite fans. Just know that. So if you're watching this episode and you've been watching every single episode, you are a fucking VIP. But I don't know who you are. I can't tell who is actually watching. I can only tell how many people are watching. But the unfortunate fact of the matter is that you guys are a minority. And unfortunately, I cannot make a living just appealing to you guys. Therefore, I have got to create a bunch of new series all the time. Because that's where, you know, episode 1 is what generates the views. I don't really understand why it works that way. It's just that it does. It works that way for every single YouTuber. You know, episode 1 of any new campaign series generates the money I need in order to do a campaign like this. Which, now that I've done a campaign like this, I now can't afford to do another campaign like this for a while. That being said, Warhammer could be good for me. As far as, you know, channel growth is concerned, so it could be worth a lot of money. The thing is, I don't need money, like lots of money. As far as I'm concerned, if it pays the bills, I'm all good. But if I make more money, I can do more with that money. You know, I can do more giveaways, because if you remember a little while back, I did Warhammer giveaway, and it fucking it busted my ass on that one. It was such a bad financial decision, because you know, when I did it with the Total War Attila, you know, gave away one copy of the Total War Attila, it generated a lot of you know, additional subscribers, but the Total War Warhammer one generated nothing. So it was a complete write-off. Like I said, I'm happy to like give you guys things, but I can't give you what I don't have. You know, if I'm broke, I can't do shit. So I think, yeah. I gotta concentrate on this right now. Okay, he's coming into combat, just ignore him then. Dacian skirmishers, maybe shoot them. I feel like my guys aren't really getting any kills. And also, we're so close to the red line here. That's bad. Because, obviously, if they rout, it's going to take me a while to, you know, run them down. They can just run away straight away. And we're taking a lot of casualties here. It's not great. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. I forgot to put them in the pike match because I moved them. I would have seen that if I was, didn't have the fucking trees there. This isn't going very well. I'm still winning, it's just not going, like, brilliantly. Not all battles can go brilliantly, because sometimes the conditions just aren't right for it. And this is just one of those times where the conditions aren't right for a perfect victory. Doesn't mean we shouldn't afford the battle. God damn, would you just die, you stupid cunt? Just die. Nobody loves you. Just go and die. Go die in a hole, piece of shit. They got a lot of slingers of their own. The thing is, from here, my slingers just can't really get a good hit on them. They're just blocked by trees and my pikemen. Come on, get him. It's just him left. If you can kill him, we can get a mass rout. We're probably not going to be able to destroy the entire army, but whatever. We do what we can. Come on, I did. I hate it when that happens. Happens all the goddamn time. Okay. Just fire it whatever you want. Actually, no, don't, because you tend to fire at really stupid targets. Die, you piece of shit. Finally. And here comes the rout. Alright. Now we're going to desperately try and run them all down. Trying to break them just yet. Let them get away. Too much of a rout's going on here. We need to make sure we kill them all. Get over here. Okay, I want you guys to stop shooting now. So, let's have a look. We lost 8%, and they're... well, they're about to lose, but I don't know if they're actually going to lose up their entire army. Overall, I think we did really well, but whether or not we achieve our goal of, you know, achieving the draw out, that's yet to be seen. I think the initial army has been killed. Yeah, see, they're running away. So it won't be destroying the garrison completely. Try to let them get away. You need to come back over here. This is where all the real kills are. Some people have asked me, why don't I ever send my slingers to go run things down? Because they get in the way of the cavalry, that's why. Okay, you don't need this anymore. %. By normal standards, that's a great victory. It's just I gotta be above and beyond if we want to do this quickly. Also, people have asked me why don't I hire more cavalry. Well, most times I need to have such a long pike line. I just need to have those pikes. I found that this is a balanced army, because the only real good that the cavalry is for running down enemy units. Phone call. I'm not answering it. Sometimes, yeah. I just don't feel like answering the phone, you know? You ever get like that? Where you're just like, phone call. I don't want to talk. Whether it's like parents or whatever, it's like, I don't feel like talking to you today. I'm like that a lot. Like anyone who knows me would tell you that I'm like, yeah, he does it. He's not the kind of person you can visit every day. He gets sick of you very quickly. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just busy. Just busy doing this. I know it sounds silly, but I'm turning a career out of this stuff. And it fucking consumes my life. That's okay, I didn't have a really interesting life before this anyway. Fucking video editor. Ugh. Boring. Well, it's not that editing videos is boring, it's that the videos I was editing were boring. Fucking... It's just like, oh man. Whatever, I don't want to talk about that. Did we win? Something over here. How about you run it down? Have we won yet? 72%. You know, that's reasonable. Hopefully we destroyed at least one of the armies. Yeah, that one's destroyed. That one we got half of them. They got 231 kills. They got no kills on us at all. A bit of recovery here and there. It's all good. Alright, then just lay siege. Oh, you beauty! Oh, that is some good news right there. Well then, you need to have a completely successful draw out. Let's go in there and kill them. Oh, I hope it doesn't crash on me. Like, don't get me wrong, it doesn't crash that often, but it's just that, you know, even if 1 out of 20 episodes has a crash, which seems about right, that's still very frustrating. Because don't forget, guys, I'm on a tight schedule. I'm on such a tight schedule that I have to actually take out sleep out of my schedule.
This may be a good day to die, but it is a...
Because the thing is, like, I know people aren't going to understand it. Like, I tell people in real life why, sorry, I can't fucking see you today because I'm too fucking busy. Like, why don't you just take a break? I mean, you're making all these pre-record episodes. Why are you doing it? It's because of fucking Warhammer and the fact I need to upgrade my operating system and I can't go backwards afterwards because I'm going to be playing Warhammer for a very long time, I imagine. Don't get me wrong, there might be I might be able to install Rome 1 and it might still work. It certainly does with some people. But what if I'm one of those people where it doesn't work anymore? This campaign will be forgotten. And I don't want to break my commitments. It's bad enough I sort of haven't really been doing the peasant campaign. At least I managed to out of my scripted campaigns, at least I managed to do the Great Britain Blitz. That has been on my mind for a very long time, and I finally managed to knuckle down and get it done. Do you know what the funny thing is with the Blitz campaign? That was originally intended. I needed to get that done before Warhammer came out, but I did it so fucking fast. I was like, well, all right then. I thought it was going to take me ages to do it, but it only took me 2 weeks. Once I've done this campaign, I can take a break to the extent until they give me early access. I'm so pissed off if they don't give me early access, because I'd be like, because they told me they would. Like I don't expect anything from anyone, but if you tell me you're gonna give me something and then you don't, it fucking makes me mad. Just don't fucking tell me you're gonna give me something next time. But if it's one thing I can't stand is what's it called? People being disingenuous. I can't stand it. Like, I would rather people be honest to my face and fucking tell me they hate me than lie to me in my face and tell me they actually like me. No one's doing me any favor by lying to me at any point in time. That's all I'm trying to say. That's the thing. That's probably one of the reasons why I get so fucking cranky. It comes down to the way I was brought up. Like, nothing against my parents. My parents did the best that they could with the resources they had available. But it really does stem down to being raised Catholic. Like, it scarred me for life. Like, I wasn't raped by a priest. It was more a case of, it was more like an intellectual scarring. Because, like, when I was young, I was one of those kids that had extremely high aptitude. And I don't know where it went. And all that religion bullshit just fucking fucked me in the head in regard to facts. Because I used to believe that shit. And there's nothing wrong if you believe it, believe whatever you want to. But people who are raised Catholic and no longer practice will totally understand where I'm coming from. It's the guilt. It's the fucking guilt of Catholicism that gets put on you. Okay? Makes you very cranky later in life. Because the case of Catholicism it's all about guilt. True or not, it's about the guilt. It's like, if church every Sunday, right? You don't want to go to church, or then you get punished. Or you have to feel guilty, or you've sinned against God. But we went last week, and it's just hearing the priest babble. Why do we have to do that? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why do we have to go to this place and listen to this shit where I quite frankly hope, just pray someone farts in church, because that's more interesting than listening to this priest bang on about Jesus. Like, Jesus is a great guy, whatever. But I don't fucking need to hear about the same thing every single week. That's my point of view. Like, I got nothing against religious people, but man, religion just was not for me. And the thing is, it was so forced down my throat all my life. How do I get on from this to there? I don't know. I'm just trying to give you guys a bit of insight into why I'm such a cranky shit. And yeah, it was mostly because I guess I felt like, once I was, studied other religions and, studied, opened my mind more to the world, I feel like I'd been lied to my entire life, and it just didn't me no favors. And then when you think back on all the hours that you spend at church, sitting there half asleep with drool hanging out my ass. Not my ass, my mouth. Just going, I can't stand watching this, listening to this guy anymore. You just think, what a waste of time. That was time that could have been spent playing Total War. Although, in all honesty, I wasn't playing Total War when I was a little kid. Because it hadn't been out. The thing is, though, when I was a kid, like, my parents, because I used to play, when I was 5 years old, my dad was so sick of my bullshit, because I've always been a little shit. He was like, right, you, get on the computer and play this, and leave us alone for like 20 minutes. And then I didn't come out of that room for the next 3 days. And they were like, okay, I think there's a problem, we need to get him off that computer. And they never ever could. I went to counseling once. They took me to counseling because they thought I played too much games. I just told them, look, fuck, I needed an escape. I need to escape this mundane life. Just couldn't handle the mundaneness of life. So fucking mundane. School, fucking mundane as shit. Politically correct cunt teachers. Teaching me nothing important. Nothing interesting. Not challenging us intellectually. It's so mundane. And that's the problem, I think, with society now. Everything became so fucking mundane that everyone thinks they're a genius when they're not. That's the thing, like, everyone thought that I was really smart as a kid, and I used to believe that, and as I realized, I'm not that intelligent. I just practiced a lot at what I was doing. Become complacent, boring. I'll tell you what though, when I moved out of home and entered the age of enlightenment, everything made better, and that's when I became cranky. What am I doing here? The thing is, though, people will think that they say, oh, you're really cranky, you're unhappy or something. No, fuck, man, I'm the happiest I've ever been. Why am I cranky all the time? Because I want more, that's all. My crankiness comes out of a desire for being greedy. I'm so fucking greedy. Alright, so how many did we kill? 34%. We haven't really used up all the slingers yet. Problem is, we've shot from this position before. It's kind of shit. Like, they'll charge at us. I mean, we can... No, you know what? Like I said, I've done this before. It's a waste of time to try and use the slingers to skirmish at this point. Okay? They just don't perform well inside of a city like this. Alright, I'm gonna take you up to here. And you. Get up there and await further orders. I don't know. You guys, in the topics that I brought up on this episode, feel free to comment on your own life stories. I mean, I've made an effort to read every single comment, and if you say something interesting, there's a chance that I will respond to you. I mean, if you say something mundane like first, I'm just like, nah. I used to actually, tell people to stop saying first, but then I realized let people do what they want. It's not harming anyone. It's stupid as shit. I mean, seriously, I don't know where this fucking first shit came out of, but whatever. It's like 20% of my videos, someone goes first. I'm just like, whatever. But yeah, in the topics, let me know, if you have gone through similar experiences and how you deal with the mundaneness of modern life. I mean, it's so fucking mundane, isn't it? There's no wars. I mean, there are wars. Like, the thing is, like, if you lived in these times, you lived in a village where you could have possibly been, you know, killed at any point in time, but like, I live in a city that has no walls, and I live in absolute safety, and I fucking can't stand it. There is no risk at all in modern life. It's like, everything is so boring. Like, why do we treasure our fucking lives so much? Why are we so desperate to keep ourselves alive that we dilute life down so much? I mean, I feel like that, you know, yeah, sure, we live to like 80 years old now and all that kind of shit, but do we really live anymore? We just, you know, we go to work, education for 18 years, or whatever. Who cares, to be honest? At the end of the day, when you die, who gives a shit? You're a speck of dust on a shit planet. No, actually, that being said, planet Earth's pretty fucking good. I can be such a downer, can't I? My brothers are always telling me, God, I hate talking to you. You just bring me right down. It's like, I just bring you down to my level. I'm the eldest of 5 children. This is how bad I was as a kid. If my siblings ever started screaming, my mum would automatically assume it was me that was causing the problems, even if I wasn't even in the house. You know what? I was proud to be a little shit. Someone had to be a little shit. And I imagine that when I have kids, they'll be little shits to punish me for being a little shit when I was a kid. That's okay, I've got a plan for that. I'm gonna be such a bad dad. Get myself steel tipped belts. I'm gonna have a good. My kids, their skin's gonna be fucking tough as leather. Because my parents, they broke a few fucking straps on me. I used to be like, ah, here comes the punishment. Here comes the wooden spoon. You remember the wooden spoon? Man, my parents had to buy a new wooden spoon every couple of weeks. Maybe have an incredible pain threshold. That's the thing, like, I grew up and, like, most people, like, I met, just, they would get hurt about something and they would be whinging and whinging and whinging about, like, suck it up. Come on, it's just pain. Pain is in the mind. It's like, it's not even a big deal. You lose your hand? No, you didn't. It's a little cut. Shut up. Can't stand toothaches, though. Absolutely. It downs me. I don't get toothaches very often because I got impacted wisdom teeth. Yeah, another genetic defect. But every so often, it like pinches a nerve, and fuck, that just puts me out. I'm out for the week. That being said, the last time that happened was like 3 years ago. It hurt so much, I nearly went and like got them extracted right on the spot. But then it stopped hurting and I was like, nah. It's just pain. It made me stronger. It didn't actually. I took a lot of shit, don't I? Took a lot of shit. Funny story, just reverting back to the Catholic stuff. In my family, my mum was right. Well, mum was a Catholic. My dad was didn't believe in anything. You know, didn't. He wasn't ever enforcement of any religion, right? So my mum baptized all the kids, so all 5 of us. Guess how many out of our family of 7 still, like, consider ourselves Catholic? None. Not even my mum anymore. We all chuck the shits with, in our own time, with the Catholic Church. That being said, any Catholics watching, not trying to be offensive to you, although I understand I don't give a shit. Not saying it's, yeah, everyone's free to believe whatever they want. It just didn't work for my family. And I can't help but be honest about something that I found to be very unpleasant about my early years. It helped me shape who I am, but it doesn't change the fact that it was very unpleasant. It's one of the reasons I'm such a fucking humbug. I'm such a Scrooge. Christmas time comes around, I'm like, fucking Christmas, I hate Christmas. It's one of those jolly times of years where gifts are given. I'm one of those people that hate receiving gifts. I hate it. Someone buys me something for Christmas, I'm like, fucking take it back, I don't want it. I believe I'm what some people would call intolerable. Seriously, Christmas, what is... Okay, so your savior dies on the cross. Oh wait, no, he was born on that day. So you get presents? How does that work? Same with birthdays. Like, you want a celebration for being born? Like, that's an achievement? I can't stand my birthday. I'm like, whenever my birthday is on March 26th. Whenever my birthday comes around, I'm just like, fuck, it's my birthday. I don't like my birthday at all. I tell people, like, they ask me, like, what do you want me to get you for your birthday? I say, don't get me anything. I don't want anything. Like, you do me a favor, you don't get me anything. I could get you something. I just told you I don't want anything. You're gonna piss me off? It's actually funny. You know how, like, you'd have your Facebook, right? And on your Facebook, all the people that you don't know message you on your birthday saying, happy birthday, so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. I took my birthday off my Facebook, so nobody knows. And on my birthday, nobody messaged me, and that was awesome. I had a nice, peaceful, quiet day. I mean, apart from people who already didn't need to be reminded that it was my birthday. Like, for example, my wife and parents. But, like, I didn't get, like, people I went to high school with going, happy birthday. It's like, great, thanks, person I'll never see ever again. Thanks for reminding me I'm getting closer to death. Happy non-achievement day. It's actually funny, if you ever watch Big Bang Theory, Leonard, you know, protagonist of the show, when his birthday, he needs to give a present to his mother because it's her achievement. And do you know what the funny thing is? I actually think that's pretty clever. Because it can't be easy pushing a fucking baby out, you can't. The thing is though, like, women hang that over your head, don't they? Because men can't do it. You know, we're ill-equipped to even try it. And they say, oh, it's the worst pain ever. And it does seem like the worst pain. This is like, what are we supposed to do about it, you know? It's not like men designed humans. You know, we evolved this way. We can't change it. Well, we can. With genetic engineering, but ooh, that's taboo. I got no problem with genetic engineering. Because let's face it, if we could engineer humans in the womb to not have genetic diseases, that would benefit mankind. Like, do we really need to, like, I use Down syndrome a lot as an example. I probably shouldn't, because I know it's a sensitive subject for some people, but quite frankly I don't care. People are too sensitive. Like, to be honest, do you think any Down syndrome person actually wants to be Down syndrome? There's no evolutionary advantage. There's no survival of the fittest thing. It's a fucking defect. It's a negative defect. When someone says that they're autistic these days, I'm just like, I don't even know what autism is. Everyone fucking is autistic these days. It seems ridiculous. And I hate it when people accuse other people of being autistic. Like, if you know the YouTuber Voland, he once called his Total War subscriber base autistic. And I was like, that's a fucking horrible thing to say. Although sometimes I could possibly agree with him. Still. I'd say they're more along the lines of being hysterical pricks than autistic. There are better insults than autistic. Autistic is too vague. What are they? Asperger's? Asperger's. Sometimes you can't even tell people they're Asperger's. They just come across as awkward and weird. And to be honest, it's the normal ones you have to watch out for, not the weird ones. Those people that just seem too boring to be real. Those are the ones with the real skeletons in their closet. I mean, imagine that. Imagine a generation of humans that had no genetic diseases. That really would be amazing. Because let's face it, evolution makes mistakes. Just look at Mexican people. I shouldn't say that. I give the Mexicans so much shit. And most of you do know, I got nothing against the Mexicans. It's just that they're such an easy target. So many stereotypes. No, I don't want you to come back this way. Alright, come on, move forward. So this is an instance of a battle gone really well, and I wasn't even really paying much attention. Bet you the fucking game crashes. I lose all that good banter. If it crashes, I guarantee you I'm not saying all that shit again. Huh, it's a pretty good result. That makes up for the shit result at, Lepke. Oh no, because I wasn't paying attention. This is the thing. Like, frustrated with playing the game, so what I'm doing here is talking about other shit in order to, I guess, relax myself. Because when I get frustrated, I fight like shit, because I stop thinking about I need to do well. I think more a case of I just want to get out of this. Good, the public order's under control, and it didn't crash, which is good. They're gonna be stuck here for a while anyway, so let's just recreate our own stuff. So how's the damage? We're still okay. Oh, Artigatus. Awesome. Great, well, that's a good result on the episode, I think, there. 2 battles, 45 minutes, take another settlement. That brings us to 147. 52 to go. I think that is their last settlement. Which, if it is, that's great. Because what was it, 7 or 6 enemy factions? Getting rid of another one's definitely a good thing. Yeah, come stand over here so you can build a fort. That way, if they're general shit, they can just leave them behind. Oh, I've still got this one to do as well, but I'm doing that today. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this episode, so like and subscribe. Part 156, I think, is next. I lose track of these episodes, so many. Yeah, and don't forget to visit me on Facebook, and you know how the drill goes. And see you next time, fuckers.